My name is Gary. I'm one of the pastors at Living Water Community Church, and one of the things that I like to do is give you a Wednesday update, give you something to look forward to for Sunday so you can prepare your hearts, give you some calendar events, give you some behind the scenes of what's happening at Living Water, especially on a leadership level. And I recognize right now is a crazy busy time. You got schedules, you got all kinds of stuff going on, and so I really wanted to start with this. Why did the old man fall in the well? Because he couldn't see that well. Do you want to hear a joke about construction? I'm still working on it. Take some time today and just be cool and laugh a little bit. Or don't laugh at a dad joke and think that it's silly. But at least then you'll have a little bit of a chuckle in your life, I hope. So what I do is give you some updates on Wednesday, and I talk as fast as I can so that it doesn't take a lot of time, but you can check out wherever you need to. But I'll first start by telling you on Sunday, we are going to be talking about Philippians chapter 2. This has been a great study. I hope you've been involved in it. The Cure has been an authentic building, kind of a community kind of thing. It's been an opportunity for you to be real with yourself, to be real with God. And now we reach the end of that. The graduate level course of this authenticity thing brings us to Philippians chapter 2, which asks us to imitate Christ's humility. When you really get it, when you really understand all of this faith stuff, when you really grab on to what it is that the Holy Spirit wants to do, then you end up back at the beginning. You end up serving. You end up imitating Christ. You end up recognizing what does matter, what doesn't matter. And you recognize that what we are called to do is to love like He loves. So pay attention to Philippians chapter 2, read through that. Sunday, we're also having two professions of faith, which means they're standing before you as a congregation, they're standing before God, and they're professing their faith in Jesus Christ, launching them into membership in the Christian Reformed Church. So we are excited to do that with two high schoolers. Their names are Faith and Blake, and we're excited to pray for them. We're going to hear a little bit of a testimony this Sunday as well. So now you can check out if you need to at the 2 minute and 30-second mark. But I'm going to give you, if you're paying attention, a few things to mark your calendars for. We have Friday night bingo night this week. That is benefiting the Genesis House. It's also giving us an opportunity to simply have fun and fellowship together. So make sure that you come at 6 p.m. We're going to have pizza. We're going to have games. We're going to have prizes, all kinds of good stuff. Next week, there's a couple things happening that you need some advance notice about. Prayer Day, National Prayer Day, is May 6th. At the Sheldon campus, we are holding a Prayer Day service, and that's going to be at 6:30 p.m., so mark your calendars for that on May 6th. May 9, which is next week Sunday, we are going to have communion, so prepare your hearts for that, for receiving this sacrament that Jesus told us to do. We're also going to do a little bit different of a service. It's going to be a prayer-focused service, sort of centering on trust and healing. We're going to do some activities that require us to maybe stand up, that require us to maybe move around, that require us to enter into a time of prayer. Then a reminder for Tulip Festival, which will happen the week after that. We will not have a service here at Living Water. Instead, we'll participate in the community service on May 16. And then way advance notice, May 23, we're having a huddle meeting, which is really just informing you about what is going on at Living Water, what the specific teams are working on. Any questions that you might have, that'd be a great time to bring all of those things. So May 23, after the service, stick around for a huddle meeting. Then I made it to the 4-minute mark. So now if you really want to tune out, you certainly can. But what I want to do for the next couple of minutes is give you a recap of what meeting happened on Monday night. I've been doing that the last couple times. We had our council meet, we had our care elders meet, and this past Monday night we had our ministry support team, the MST, meet. And what the MST is really tasked with is sort of bringing together the heads of several different ministry areas, the chairs of those areas, and talking through, hey, what is your area working on? What can we help with? Where do we need more help? All of those kind of things. And so we went through a bunch of upcoming events, a bunch of things that are happening behind the scenes, especially focusing on that bingo night, especially focusing on the Cure Bible study, on the book study there. We talked a little bit about what the next opportunity is for building community, what the next chance to do that is looking like. And that's, of course, going to be sometime in the fall after we get through the summer months, after we get through the busy schedules. And then the other thing that I really wanted to highlight that we talked about was how do we know how do we communicate the leadership teams? Sometimes I still hear, hey, wait, we have a care elder team, we have a council team, and we have an MST team. And yeah, those are sort of the big three areas, if you will. But one of the questions that people ask is, who's on that team? How do I know who to be praying for? How do I know who to contact? All that kind of stuff. So what I did, I put some work. If you want to go to forallwhothirst.com, over on the right-hand side, there is a tab that says Our Staff and Our Leadership. And so you click on that and it'll actually have all of the staff directory. So if you need to get a hold of me, if you need to get a hold of Jesse in the Sheldon campus, if you need to get a hold of Children's Ministries for Sue, if you need to get a hold of Donna, Damon, Sandy, all of those emails, all of those bios are on the website forallwhothirst.com. And then if you scroll down past that, we added in the 2021 leadership at Living Water Community Church. And I put all of the names of who's serving on those specific teams on that website. So if you're wondering who's on your council, which is those tasked with leadership, vision, staffing, finances, the long-range planning, all of those names are on there. If you wonder who is on the care elder team, the care elders are those who are tasked with walking alongside the Living Water members and the community. Those are called to pray for people, to encourage people, to support people. Who's on that team? They're all listed there from the Orange City and Sheldon campus. And then, of course, the stewardship team, the children's ministries, and the ministry support team listed as heads of the areas of the ministry at Living Water. All of that stuff is on the website forallwhothirst.com. We will also spend some time on May 23 talking about that, of course. We'll go through all of these teams and we'll kind of update you on what each one of them is doing. A lot of stuff happening. It's a busy, busy time. Do what you can to take a breath. Do what you can to be still and know that He is God. And I hope and I pray that Living Water can help you in that. I hope and I pray that this Sunday we'll be able to take a little bit of a breath and we'll be able to imitate Christ's humility by looking at Philippians chapter 2. If you can't be here in person, make sure you join us on YouTube. Subscribe on Facebook, subscribe on YouTube. Make sure you follow, you share, all of that good stuff, and just stay connected however you possibly can. Grace, mercy, and peace to you in